Hello, 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 and welcome to, the name of this game is Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and today we have a battle here. We actually were able to antagonize the Chinese Empire, Qing Empire to be exact, um, into an actual battle here. Now, they are larger than us, and they might win this battle, um, but I don't think so. And the main reason why I don't think so is because, well, it's two ships against one. Unfortunately, I don't know why it's doing that. Please stop doing that. Unfortunately, southeast, which is that direction over here. So we're gonna have them go like this. And turn the wrong way. So we should almost definitely be going faster than the enemy. Let's grab the Naka here. I'm gonna go ahead and detach them. Let's go ahead and pause that. I don't know if they quite spotted us just yet. So we did see two things. We saw what their guns were capable of. They have two double guns, very large double guns, mind you. Let me just see. Two double guns that have a ton of penetration. They're gonna penetrate us with no real troubles whatsoever. But our ships aren't really meant to be blocking anything. If I can... Yeah, they do have more than enough range for their guns. Also, this is the only ship that we're fighting. Another thing is aggressive. Let's go ahead and click them both. And what I want to do is I want to pretty much put them, put it like in between my two ships. And that's what we're going to try to do here. And that's unfortunate. So they were going this direction. They should be heading towards our ship. Well, towards our fleet. I don't quite have to slow it down that much. But I also know that their There we go. Yeah, they are very slow. So we're going to be able to hit these guys all we want with our torpedoes. I'm going to want the Naka to come at more of an aggressive angle here. How much faster are we? We are almost... Oh, we already hit this darn thing. We already shot it with a fire. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we are. It is worth noting that our... I'm sorry. I'm looking at all the information. It's worth noting that our guns are smaller than the enemy's. However, our guns are also more accurate. And we do have 2 ships, and they only have 1. So they really have to rely on getting it right the first time. And apparently they have no armor. These ships don't have very good armor either, but apparently they have terrible armor. They are on fire. They've received a ton of damage. You love to see it. They have 78.5 millimeters, which that's no weak gun. My favorite gun size is probably the 81 or the 112s, at least early game so far. They tend to work amazing. But yeah, we are almost actually in torpedo distance, which is amazing. The only thing is, I don't know if I want to get too close because... Oh, you have that there. I didn't realize that it literally just took out a torpedo. That's really unfortunate. We kind of needed one of those. I think it just killed all of the torpedoes. So I might actually want to keep the Kuma away from the... Because it says no ammo. It might have literally just knocked out all of our torpedoes, which just would be really annoying. Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah, the Kuma has received quite a bit of damage from the knocked out of those torpedoes, but every minute that this thing is in battle, it is not going very well for it. I'll show you what I did with my fleets here in a minute. I'm gonna push this guy up forward, trying to intercept. Yeah, I did. Literally, I think it burned through all of my torpedoes. That's a little frustrating because the torpedoes are very separated for the most part. The torpedoes themselves. Is this thing still on fire? They just never put that fire out? I was about to say. There's another fire. Yeah, these things don't have huge cannons either. It's a 129. By no means small. It's 129 millimeters is almost 13 centimeters. So, again, not small. But 13 centimeters is really, really only like... It's only a couple inches. 1.9 delt. Why are you doing that? Get back over here. Okay. And they just got another hit, and it looks like it was a pretty good hit. I don't think this enemy ship is actually going to be able to retreat. Oh, I don't like the way that broadside is going. What are you doing? Yeah, you're getting hit quite a bit. They are piecemealing us quite well. We are dealing a lot of damage to this ship. It is not going to be able to limp away a second time. It's not going to be able to meet up with the major fleet that is kind of the big goal here, is making sure it just doesn't meet up with the main fleet here. Chase it down. Do me a favor. Yeah, I don't think this thing's going to be able to go full speed. Now I think about it. Its propellers should be shot here soon. The amount of damage this thing has received is pretty insane. Yeah. Crossfire is a thing from what I remember. I'm willing to risk it though. Kuma, go ahead and see if you're allowed to circle around for us here. You're not going to have a tight turning curve, however. 86, 83. You're still doing better than the heavy cruiser, so I'm not going to fret too much. Ooh, that's not good. It's fine. Just get closer. Constantly setting this thing on fire, constantly flooding it. We are doing amazing compared to it. Let's go ahead and cross back over. Partial pen, over pen, that's unfortunate. They've only lost 11% of their crew. 5%, 8%. So, we're not doing amazing either, but we're not doing as bad as they are. Let's try to get... I don't want too aggressive of an angle, but I also don't want to be too passive either. I'm going to try to get one of these torpedoes in on this ship. If not one, then both. Yeah, the front of the ship is scratched up. Back of the ship is scratched up. It's really just that middle that we gotta puncture through. Yeah, this ship is still going 21 knots. They don't have as much leadership anymore. Yeah, they got a... Yeah, these guys are not doing too well. What a sad situation over here. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Naka, see if you can point straight at them real quick. Like, can you launch a torpedo? Did you launch a torpedo yet? Please tell me you launched a torpedo or something. Alright. There we go. There's one torpedo. Turn off. We should be able to launch a second one. Destroyed one of their torpedoes. Hit with the torpedo. We should be able to strike him with the second one, maybe? If we get a good angle on him? No? Oh, we're on fire. Alright. Do me a favor. Circle right on around. Go ahead, hit yourself up with one of these. And then circle right around as well. Dud. 2 torpedoes. Yeah, these guys are not... They're not... they're not making it back home. Yeah. Their structure is perfectly sound, but they have no floating devices, pretty much. Everything in the rear is gone. Somehow they still have their torpedoes. They've done 4,000 damage, which is definitely going to be felt. These ships are going to have to repair back at home port. I don't know if I can dodge this one. I don't know if I can dodge this one. Alright, hold on. Yeah, we're going to be eating this torpedo, unfortunately. That's going to have to be unfortunate. It was a dud. We are goated. Alright. See what you can do to... Oh, the engine got hit. That's not good. What's Takuma doing? This one has no torpedoes. That's not very good. I wish your engine did not get hit. Because you still have torpedoes that need to be fired off. The good news is, we should still be fast enough to actually hit them with said torpedoes. Do we know how fast they're going? We can see what angle they're at. We can try to do a drive-by again, because that's kind of how you have to use torpedoes, at least for the beginning of the game. Kuma, see if you can... We're just gonna shark these dudes, man. Just gonna have to shark them. They have 26% losses, and their crew, 10, or, yeah, basically 10% on both of these. Hey, Naka, see if you can... Overpen. We're making so many fires on here. This ship should not be floating, and there should not be... There we go. Any crews left. Well, that's a nice, quick, short battle. By the looks of it, that's amazing. 29 crew. That's actually amazing. Ship stats, let's go ahead and look and see. Damage dealt, they did 5,200 damage. Each of them received about 2,500 damage. Cost-wise, we just sunk a cruiser that was both heavier than us combined and more expensive than us combined by 1.5 times, which is amazing. But I also think, yeah, this thing is a lot cheaper than both of our ships in maintenance. Dealt a ton of damage. So what is our major problem? Not 30 average armor pen, because this thing does not have any armor, honestly. These are Tone. These things are supposed to be commerce raiders, so they're not really supposed to win that battle. I was really nervous at the beginning. And then I realized we had torpedoes, which should be fun. 2 partial pens, 1 over pen versus nothing. Okay, 1 torpedo hit, yeah. You had the torpedo hit. 15 crew, 14 crew. Hits pen. Versus this. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see the 127s, they did amazing. We actually had 5 hits with them, which is really good. The 102s, which are actually 112s, if I'm not mistaken. Should be 112 millimeters. Because it's not showing the edited versions. But yeah. 3 torpedoes. Okay, so yeah, the Naka's the one that got 3 torpedoes out, apparently. Only did 330 damage. The little 40 millimeters we had there, really nothing, but yeah, 4,000 damage from fires, yeah. 9 floodings. So, torpedo status, 1 torpedo tube damaged. No damage torpedoes. Engine status, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna have to say that we're going to switch these guys out, basically. They're gonna be there. Yeah. And, I'm gonna end this video, and I'm gonna start another one really right now. Alright, so, bye. I hope you all have a nice time, and I will see you all later.